What's up, gamers? It is Berea. I'm gonna do a VOD review of the top four. Combo Breaker was simply fantastic, front to back. Um, and this bracket was definitely the most stacked to the brim with talented players. There just hasn't been another tournament that has been this talented. It was incredible. And then to top it all off, there were so many upsets, um, and there was just so much happening that we had to get hand cam footage as well. Um, but yeah, so we're just gonna check out the top four and go over, what I could have done better, what was going on, so on and so forth. So my first match against Gigi. Um, Gigi's the goat. Gigi's the goat. Gigi kind of makes it all happen. You know, these tournaments probably wouldn't be going on if it weren't for Gigi. So definitely shout out there. Um, but this matchup is just just awful. Um, it's not quite as bad as the Cecil matchup, but Gigi or any Tina player has to really outmuscle Yagabi. Um, yeah, and that's kind of the long and short of it. You can kind of like mix in different moves to like bait Yagabi into pairing the wrong thing, if that makes sense. Like Tina can use like 6B to like bait Yagabi to try to like 28A that, but since it's 7 hits, I don't think you can parry that. Also, 214C, I believe that's the bubble. Um, I think that has some application. Of course, I think that takes maybe a little too much hunger, but at least, it's something. But Tina definitely struggles. And Yagabi can struggle if they aren't, acclimated to, the timings of everything. But once you have it, it just doesn't go away, Like me and Gigi did so many games like drunk in the lobby and like I don't know, I have the muscle memory now to where it doesn't matter on like what how she approaches most of the time. But when I fight like 12, I don't know, 12 just I think 12 legit does like more of like the jumping overheads we'll see, and I get hit by those a lot because I want to be able to 288 parry those, but I just can't. I just can't, and I'm sure other Yagis can, but me personally, I cannot. Oh, yeah. Round start. I'm gonna do 4-6A. When I was VOD reviewing for Frosties, um, the tournament before Frosties, I was looking at footage of how much Gigi likes to jump because if she gets like JC around start, that's like so much damage. That's so much damage, so much meter. She basically wins the round instantly. So at Frosty, I just did round start 4-6A, and that definitely works out because if she does jump, she gets blown up. If she tries to attack me with anything but a low, it gets parried. If she does go for a low, I could just hold that. Like a low from Tina at this range doesn't really yield to a detrimental situation. Um, yeah, so I think I just do that, and then yep, she does parry. I get to kind of snowball here. I wanted to get super greedy. I was super greedy with the throw. I could have just done normal, BC fireball, continue the pressure sequence. But I was like, I already, won the first interaction. I can afford to like push my luck, so to speak. And then, she texts a throw because she's nice. But Chalfin, shout out Chalfin, taught me after throw tech, actually you can 5B and blow up most options on most characters. And that's cheap. That's so cheap. So I'll go ahead and do that. Warrants the burst. Um, I did spend the meter a little prematurely. I should have waited until I was further in the combo. But I don't think it ends up mattering. Like even like right now, what 67 to my 10k, I'm at a full health bar. It's like and I could have baited this with the other Bateau 46A, but it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. And now I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna just hang back. I'm gonna hang back. I'm chilling. I don't need to approach you. You know. I was like, all right, now I'm waiting for this so I can just cut through it. She has bar, um, but she wants to waste bar. Pushing through. I'm so ahead, and I still have my burst. Like she can do that. Oh yeah, I never got to 288 this, so this is gonna guard break me. But again, I still have a burst, so it should be fine. Oh no, never mind. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Shouldn't have bursted that. Try to do 288A, fatal 288A, but instead I get fatal JA. End up losing this round. Just too many errors. Ooh. I'm surprised I got hit there. I feel like I was out of range, but hold on. So yeah, that was round one. For GG, I didn't really think much of it in the moment. I was like, okay, yeah, it's gonna happen sometimes, I guess. Um, but I don't think I played bad. I think things just you know shook out poorly. I start 2D, but she's jumping again. I should have sniped this, right? Instead, I'm trying to do 2-8A to like parry that. But I could have definitely just sniped her and just got a 5D and got started. But yeah, I was like, yeah. And I'd hold this, and that's fine. Even in this position, I'm not feeling the worst, right? Like she just has to guess right so often, right? That's a free guard break. This is a free burst, and I have to like at least try to bait this a little bit, right? And like just like that, right? It's about even. I'm at a little bit of advantage too. I still have burst and I still have bar, so it's like, yeah, you know. Oh, I should have 6-8'd. Wow, narrow escape. I'm waiting for her to eat. Oh, but she came up. Darn. Yeah. Game one, GG. Pretty good. Um, yeah, not much to say. I feel like again, I'm thinking to myself like I didn't do too bad, but I should just maybe lock in a little bit. Yeah. Round starts both of the round starts last game were very passive, so I got to run in. Sometimes when I'm running I just do like running 5D, but here I want the bar just to start the pressure, and even if she bursts, I still have, meter to spare. And again, right, I was like, okay, I won the first interaction. Let me get really greedy, try to get a throw. And when I throw, I'll get a bar, and then I can do Oki with 2 bars. And, it's very, very hard for Tina to win with Yagami at 2 bars and pressure like that. But again, Chalfin's nice. Chalfin's the GOAT at Yagami. So 5B beats this clean. I think this was 5C. Maybe 6B on Tina could work. I don't know. All I know is 5B is busted. So yeah, this is probably another burst situation too. Yeah, and like this is the second time this happened, like this exact sequence where it's like throw tech 5B, I spend bar, she bursts. Next, like I feel like I should be catching on at this point, but I'm kind of nervous. Boom. Cheap. Five. Ooh. Yeah. That's. I mean, yeah, I was definitely a little nervous. I should have finished that combo, but you know, I figured that if I tried to continue to keep the combo up, I could have, whiffed and things could have gone, haywire like it did in the first game. So I tried to just keep it clean. I was like, okay, I'll just drop it. I'll just, keep my charge, keep everything on deck, and keep it moving. And now she's at low health, low guard bar. She has 2 bars. She can guard cancel this. She does, but it's like even then, it's like I don't have to do anything. I really should be sniping that instead of trying to do 28A on the jumping normals. Oh no, I burst. I burst. Yep, that was good. Commentators called that the GG special fatal dash throw, or maybe even fatal dash 5C. That's true, and that is just true. Yeah, I don't think anyone else does it quite like GG like that. So big props. Again, I should have. This should have came out 2 years ago, but I was so like tunnel vision on 28A. I probably lose this round too. Yeah, another one into combo. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Very good defense. I wanted to burst to retain the position. Um, it's arguable, I got the hit immediately, so it kind of was justified, but that was probably a risk I didn't need to take. Boom. Boom. I don't have meter this time. She still probably is gonna burst because she's in the corner, but that's why. Oh, oh my god, good stuff. Yeah. 2-8. Oh my gosh. I should have anti-aired. I should be anti-airing more. I guess that's the lesson for this match. All right. Sit back. 1 bar. Big combo. Yeah. Don't jump against Yagabi. I guess she got away with it so many times up until this point, so she probably figured she can get away with it. But yeah, now I'm catching on. I'm like, okay, stop jumping, please. Yeah, I'm like, stop jumping, please. Nice. Sitting back again. Don't have to do anything. Stop jumping, please. And then we just go through it to win. Overall, pretty nice. I wonder what her adaptation was. Um, at first she was jumping and I wasn't doing anything about it, so she got away with it. But now she's not getting away with it, so she should stop jumping. uh, yeah. I wonder what the adaptation was. Little break. She was locked in. She was trying to kill me. That was crazy. Yeah, she's like, I don't know what to do. It's Yagami champion. Oh my god, round start, parry. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. This is the stuff dreams are made out of. Gorgeous round. I risked nothing and got everything for it. Right? Right? I don't like round start fireball, that's gonna beat a lot of different things, right? So I guess maybe it's not entirely risk free, but it's like it beats so much. If she isn't going to jump, right? If the adaptation was I'm not going to jump, but I need to be aggressive, fireball's the way. Truly. Truly. And then led so much and then she burst and now we're in neutral. It's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm so good. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to do anything. Don't jump. She didn't jump. Nice. Yeah. I was on one with these parries. I was on one. I think before top four started, like Jiv was like, yo, everyone's doing so hype, and I was like, dang, yeah, you're right. I have to be on point now. But yeah, I mean, obviously that parry was really good. It really kind of just counterspelled this whole meteor situation. Now I'm up on meteor, I'm up on bar, I'm up on life, and now she's jumping again, so it's like, I try to catch it, not quite. I don't mind getting hit. Don't mind getting hit here either. It's like, okay, you spend your bar. Now it's like actually game over. Do I drop these? I feel like I dropped so many combos. Even though this combo's mad easy, I was like, okay, okay, okay. I still feel like I dropped so many combos. Oh, yeah, that was 6B. And I did 4-6A to stop it. Oh no, I should have killed her. I should have killed her. That burst bait was in prime position. Prime position for 5C loops. Prime position. I wonder if I can go back. Is there like a back button? What is this, 28? Oh no, I took this way far back. I took that way far back. Hold on. All right, yeah, we're back. We're back. Well, like I was saying, this burst, this burst bait, I was in prime position to just get 1 billion damage, 1 billion bar. Hold on, right here. Oh, I didn't believe. I didn't believe. Oh my goodness. Kind of a knucklehead move, but either way, I adjust. 2D can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with just getting free Oki and taking your opponent's burst, but could have been much better. Could have been much better. GG Classic. I don't really even mind it. Again, I'm just like so up on resources on like everything. It's like, yeah, she can just do that, and I take all this damage, but it's fine. Oh my gosh, I feel like Gigi has fought me enough times. She should know not to block fatal DP. Right? I guess it's hard to tell, but I know I was locked in. Maybe that's why things ended up the way they did. But like I was locked in. If I felt like someone was gonna DP, it was run up parry every time, every time. But since you did block it, it's like I get the ramen noodle 50/50 flavor, instant right there. If you block it, I could do 2D, I could do 5D, I could do whatever I want because I fataled it. And if she paired it, she'd have got a bar. My bar would have been gone away. I would probably have bursted if that were the case, but it wasn't. So like, I'm still down a little bit. We're kind of even, but it's like I just play neutral or do that. That's a Yabi classic. Yabi classic. Now you have to guess I'm gonna do it again. I go low. Boom. On plus, you have to hold this. She chooses not to hold it, right? She knows that's plus. Chooses not to hold it. I wonder what she did. Maybe she tried a fatal option. Very curious. Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm feeling good. I was like, okay, adaptations don't seem to be, you know, too crazy. Maybe if she starts doing some wild stuff that I'm not ready for, then I'll start to get worried. But again, I'm just chilling. She's taking her sweet time, thinking, trying to calm down. You know, every time, literally, oh my, literally, time stuff like that happens, she probably gets so mad, right? And now, but this time, no throw break, right? I have 3 bar. So it's like now you actually get smoked. Now I'm shoving it. I still ended up with a bar, and you don't have meter, right? And now it's like, yeah, like that's what the throw was always for. I wanted 3 bars. And if she didn't burst, it would have been a guard break, and she actually loses. Simple routing. Simple routing. She kept the bar for guard cancel. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. If I landed that that read, the air jump, the jump read, I thought she was gonna jump there, so I was gonna air throw her. I would have been so nice. I'd have been so nice. Because I was like, oh, you're jumping a lot? All right. Noted. I'm gonna note that for my Oki. I was like, okay, boom, boom. She's gonna jump. Now, the by the book, if I think my opponent's going to jump at this distance, it should be either 6A or 2C, depending on how nice I'm feeling. But instead, I go the full distance. I'm saying I'm gonna just commit to the whole burrito, the enchilada, try to do air throw. And of course, she does instant air throw back, but as a sign of irony, when she probably could have, done her anti-air and done a combo. But that's kind of Eslav, that's kind of, why we play this game. She gets a little reset. I have to burst. Boom. Instant. Free. What does she do? What does she do? She doesn't know what to do about this. She don't know what to do. Maybe Fatal 214C here? Maybe. I could just block and fire and fire faucet, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm in for free. I'm in for free. She still don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on anymore. She should die from this. I'm dropping all of my combos. That time she did the GG Classic, but it like I don't know. She randomly got hit. First time. That was an adaptation. That was just mad random on my part. But we take it. Boom. Stop jumping. That's from game 2. Oh yeah, I was waiting for parry. I was waiting for parry or burst, but she didn't give it to me. So now I'm back in. I thought I couldn't kill. I thought the fireball was still out. So if literally any hit of that fireball starts the combo, it would just ruin my damage. But I was like, wait a minute. Oh, no fireball hit. I could do the combo. But I'm doing it way too slow. I'm nervous. I'm sweaty. So I try to convert it into something a little more easy. And again, I drop it. I'm like, all right, I know this is gonna drop. I'm just gonna chill, just pick it up where I left it off. Nice. And now it's like that's the first time fucking Tina's like touched me, right? Literally, I was at perfect before this. Like, I don't know. You'd have to be some someone someone of myth and legend to come back from this, right? So literally here, I'm probably like gonna hold DP or flash kick. Boom. And that was perfect because you couldn't tell because my bar wasn't going down. Wild. Wild stuff. GG's. GG's. Oh my god, my hair. Look at that. The headphone like cut my hair. I got the headphone hair. Ugh. Ugh. So obviously I'm feeling pretty good. I'm in grands. Um, the problem is there's two Siskas and losers. Hey, this is everybody. Everyone's clapping. I got the whole back row cheering for me. That's crazy. All these people cheer for me. That's disco. All these people cheering for me. That's Jack World, so obviously not. But I had this whole lineup, the squad, and of course, Rachel. Shout out Rachel. Um, Holy moly, what a tournament! What a tournament! Oh, oh my gosh! And I popped off so hard mentally. I just unplugged my controller. I bricked the setup. I literally, and Gigi's like, yo, we need to fix the setup, y'all. Please. And Jack was like, heh, I'm coming up to the stand. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Brea just messed up my setup during stream. She's so bad. She's so bad at me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He's like, yeah, I don't know what to do. Let's get the other setup. And then Bad comes in with the other setup saying, thank you. Get it, get, you know. That's how badly I wanted to win. I wanted to win so bad. I had to break the setup. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Shout out Fiddle, shout out Teddy. Um, I like hurt my like wrist the day I got back. Um, so if it's super bad, the next event I'm probably gonna be doing one of these people's jobs. Um, I should go on commentary more. I hate commentary though. I don't know. I feel like it can't be real. You know, I can't just say what I want. I have to like be astute. You know, I have to you know have some decency. You know, I don't know. I don't think I've ever commentated almost ever, so it's kind of scary. But anyway, the next match is losers. It's going to be Jiv versus Jack. Uh, Siska Mirror. I like to think about it. You know, what if you took two players, you gave them both Rubik's cubes, you tell them both to scramble them, and then hand each Rubik's cube off to the other, and the first person to solve the Rubik's cube they've been handed from the other person wins the game. That's the Siska Ditto, front to back, front to back. Because it's like once Siska gets the ball rolling, right? It's just mixing to mix, right? One hard knockdown, and that should be lights. But these two, father and son, Jiv and Jack, the pioneers of Siska. Whew, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna lie. I was front row. I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, goodness gracious me! I just got into Grands. I'm so excited to be here. You know, I have just like mental excitement going on. I'm not even paying attention. I'm sure I'm talking to the whole back row saying, "Yeah, you know, thanks for coming out, everybody, yada yada." I'm not watching this match. I hate Cisco. I hate Cisco so much. I hate Cisco so much. But I love both of these players. Um, but someone got to win. And this is loser. Someone got to go home. Someone got to leave. So we have Jiv on red, Siska, Jack on was that default or bright green? I don't know. Round start 5D playing this like Zyagabe. I feel like there could have been something done about that. But yeah, now it's like I have to imagine this is like overwhelming. Like this is just so much advantage for Jiv. Jackworld has to burst or like hold like three more mix-ups. I don't know. Look at that. Oh, oh, oh. All right, DP's out, but like I don't know. The damage is kind of already done, you know. Like the next time Jack World hits Jiv like meaningfully, Jack World can just burst. I mean, Jiv can just burst, and then it's like I don't know. I don't know. All right, not a meaningful hit, but still burst anyway. You know, that starter was very low. You know, low damage starter, but I don't know. Jiv's probably keeping it simple. I can appreciate that. Now it's like, yeah, Jim's like, I don't care what you're gonna do to me. I got 3 bars. You're down on the life score. You're spending bar now. It's like, just probably feeling happy. Yeah. Please burst me. By the way, bottom one character. By the way, and yeah, I don't know. It's just his round. Boom. That's the proper way of dealing with that. By the way, if Siska does fatal DP, you're supposed to block the first hit, parry the second one, because you can buffer the parry after the first one, right? So it's a very easy punish. Um, yeah, good job, Jeff, showcasing that perfectly. All right, just taking some damage. Yeah, again, doing DP, life, everything's there. That combo, if Jack World actually landed that combo, confirmed into it fully, and hit the ender, that's the type of stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have been shook. Oh, right. And again, it's like it's so difficult, right? Like I guess it's kind of even now, but it's like keeping track of Siska in the Ditto. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I hate this character. Too much random stuff, right? And then it's like, all right, all this. Technically, Jiv should probably lose here, but it's like, I don't know. Siska just does what they want. Look at that, being patient, looking trying to snipe an option. I wonder what he was looking for, but he gets the hit anyway. So much bar. All right, nice. Oh, you just ended super. Okay, or that works too. Yeah, what the heck was that? Well, I wonder what that was to call out. What was that 214C? 214A? I don't know what that the flip. -6. I wonder what round start. Was that to beat 5D? I don't know. Either way, burst or hold the next three mix-ups. Guaranteed. One. Okay. Two. Oh, that was kind of godlike. Jiv put so much um block stun on Jack World that the unblockable whiffed. Thank God, right? Thank God. Free used to have it so that would have just unblockable and Jack World would have died, but in this case, it actually turned out to be even crazier because that like Jack World was probably buffering this DP, so he got out, but Jiv was like, I don't even care. I was already ahead of you, and he asked the burst. Yeah, yeah, no, that was insane. This is Jiv father. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. All right, and that's kind of the difference. I don't know. That's why Jiv's kind of winning here, right? Earlier we saw Jiv with the tech. Jack World plays his character. Jack World should have parried the second one, right? I don't know. Jack World has no guard bar. What was that? It was Jiv mashing because it's his Cisco players. Cisco's players mashing, mashing. He wanted the burst. He hit start. He wanted the burst. He hit start, and they were like, "Yo, what do we do? What do we do about that?" Jiv did the same thing in my match. And I was like, you know what? Let's just play it out, right? Because I like Jiv. Jiv's cool. Found one of the founders of the community. I think he's nice, but like this is I don't know. This is top four. If I were Jack World, I'd just taken this, right? I'd have just taken it. I'm like, all right, I'm up a game, and we just keep on pushing, right? But I don't know. It's up to them. I think they end up playing it out. Also, that cheap shot was fucked up, right? Right? If y'all gonna play it out, don't be mashing, bro. Come on, come on. Yeah, they're like, no one knows what they got on. All right, yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back. All right, now it's kind of even. Get until Jack World gets the hit, but still, it's like Jiv has meter, right? This combo can do 1 billion damage here, right? 3 bars, maybe four. No, ends the combo early. Trying to go for a reset. Oh. Oh no! What is happening? Why can't you punish Siska for doing a DP, bruh? What the heck? Come on. Come on. Come on. That's not even Jack World's fault, right? It's just like no character can punish Siska for doing a DP. You have to parry that. Ugh. Salty. Got a little theatrics in the neutral, but Jiv gets the first hit. This is gonna be a nasty mix too in the corner. Oh, he doesn't even do it. He just lets the seal go off. So much bar. Yeah, good burst. Oh my goodness. Oh no. If Jiv got that combo, it would have been the round, but so we stand. Continue to play. Let's see the mix up. Oh damn, he tried to pay Jiv back, right? Just let the seal pop off? That's crazy. Pretty even. Jiv's in the corner. Jiv could probably get out. Maybe like do like 2C here, but I don't know. I don't play Cisco. Oh my gosh. 2C probably would have got smoked though. Whoa. Okay. I feel like Jiv is winning a lot more of the neutral interactions and like getting all these bigger hits than Jack. Oh my gosh. That's his father. That's his father. Jiv taught Jack World that. Goodness gracious. That was a perfect. Oh my gosh. That's his father. See, like, what is this? What is this? Come on. Come on. That was a little messed up. That's Cisco, though. Alright, mix up time. Let the seal go. That's alright. Oh, Jack should burst, like, immediately. He should have bursted this, like, a while ago. I don't know what he's planning, though. Oh, wow. I feel like the only reason Jackwell got that punish was because he was like behind Siska. I don't know. Crazy. All I know is I wouldn't have been able to punish that. So props to Jackwell, I guess. Okay. Wow. Yeah, Jiv's really been favoring that 6B, right? I don't know. And it's like it's all right, It's all right. I feel like it's especially effective against me because I'll just DP the first reset, so it kind of gives enough plus frames to like block and punish. But I don't know. I don't think Jack World and me are the same. I feel like, but I also think he was just doing that all day. That's random. I don't know. All right, let's see the mix up. Fatal DP. It's all good. Oh wow, godlike anti-air, godlike 6A. Oh my god, they're really good just going at it. One person drops their combo, the other picks it back up. Nasty reset. You have to reset here. Okay. Phenomenal. All right. Yeah, they're really even. They're really just going at it. Father and son. Ooh, 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 ooh. Jackal with the stagger pressure. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. See, that's what the heck was that? Come on, come on. What the heck? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Honestly, I don't. Right? Like what is that? Like what is this, right? Jackworld can't win. There is no way Jackworld wins this. No way. Oh my god. Oh my god. And he gets a bar. He gets a bar. Fatal super. Because that fatal super does so much unscaled damage. Look at that. That's 1 billion damage. What the hell happened to your life bar? And I guess that's kind of fair, right? Like that's kind of fair, maybe. I feel like any character with 3 bars should be able to kill, right? But like, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of nothing for me to see. This is the hard part about being a commentator. You have to commentate matchups like this. What is going on? They're literally what is uh uh too much. Too much. And then stuff like this happens. It's like who's at advantage? It's like the WarioWare like mini game, you know what I'm saying? Where, you're doing nothing, it's like, all right, react to this right now. And then the door closes and it's another WarioWare mini game. But yeah, all right. So here, yeah, Jack Roach definitely should have killed. Definitely had 3 bars. I don't know why he chose not to. Maybe it's nerves. That was godlike. That was godlike from Jiv. Now Jiv should kill. Chooses a reset. Oh my gosh. What a mash. That was a clean mash too. No guard bar spent. Clean mash. Why is he doing that? Why is Jack World doing that round start like move? I don't I'm really curious to see why. Like I'm sure there's a good reason. I just don't know it. Okay. I can't watch this. I can't watch this. Come on. It's just because both of these players are like, wow, Yagami just, you know, so free, so easy. So free, so easy. Meanwhile, they're just jumping up and down. They're jumping up and down, pressing buttons in neutral. Oh my gosh. I hate Siska. I hate look at and then that happens like oh my uh Siska. Siska. Oh Siska. Jackworld should have parried it, but I guess you get the combo, right? Yeah, unscaled. Boom. They hug it out, father and son. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, son. Win the tournament. Win the tournament, son. That's what he said. He's like, wow. That's the face of a proud father. Yes, it is. Whew. Yeah. Siskamer goofy. Siskamer goofy. The craziest part is that was probably all optimal, minus the drops, and the awkward interactions. Everything else was probably optimal. I don't know how. Wait, how did Jiv lose? What? They I don't. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like Jiv legit outplayed Jack World. I don't know. Obviously not. Like obviously Jack World won. You know, Jack World is just better. You know, literally the descendant of Jiv, the All Father. But you know, I still I don't know. That entire time I feel like Jiv just had more tech, right? Jiv had more tech. Jiv had better moves, but Jack World just got more meter. So I don't know. So now it's what GG versus Jack World. Oh, someone told me that the production got the names wrong like all throughout the tournament, but real Eslov players know who's who. All right, there's only one Tina with this color in the community. There's only one color 5 Yagabi. That's me. There's only one Cavalier Siska, right? It would, for newcomers who don't know, right? Like it would be really helpful to get the names right, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? I think we're all just happy that this game has gotten so far, you know. Ugh. Yeah. I guess what Tina has to keep Siska out, but Siska has so many like neutral skips. It's crazy, right? And I wonder if Siska cares about 5D, like Siska 5D in this matchup. I wonder how that interacts with Tina's projectiles, because I know that it can delete projectiles and like replace them with a sigil, but I don't know how like apparent or like how good that actually is. I don't know. I think GG beat Jack World like on the way here. Like GG's the reason Jack World is in losers, right? So I'm pretty sure I was in the crowd thinking like, wow, yeah, you know, I'm gonna smoke both of them. I was feeling so good. I was like, oh my gosh. But I haven't fought a Siska the whole bracket, so I was like, okay, well, if Jackal wins, that's Siska. I kind of have to be a little afraid of that. But Tina wins. I don't know. That matchup's kind of really good for me. All right. I also wonder how Gigi opens against Siska, right? Because I imagine that jumping is back on the menu, right? There's no, misfiner 2C. There's no shenanigans, right? Maybe there's like command dash. What was it? Command dash C. I think that's the one that goes like completely horizontal in the air. Maybe there's that, but like I don't think I've ever seen that round start from any Siska player like in my entire life. But yeah, so jumping probably on the menu for GG. That means she gets a lot more opportunities to do like 4K round start. Jack World probably knows this. Jack World probably has a plan, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Anti-air into 2D. Why did she? Word. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. I don't know. I don't know this matchup like at all. All right. Gigi's a master of the food bar, and you kind of have to be when you play Tina. Boom. Perfect. That's a classic. She couldn't throw, so she does 5C. Jackroll now cannot burst. This should be a clean. Oh, but Gigi's out of food. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. This was a near perfect situation for Gigi. She has to get food back. Yeah. Free. What do you. Gigi probably figured that this was a fatal move, so she could slip it in and like parry this very fast. And she probably might as well have done that, but like, dang, dang, I don't. That's messed up. That's messed up. Free, are you watching? All right, that's just Jackworld. You don't burst against Jackworld. That's number one rule about fighting Jackworld as someone who isn't Siska. You don't burst against Jackworld. Jackworld famously has a counter of how many bursts he is baited because he's a sicko. Because he just says this is another tally mark to me. I feel nothing. There's no satisfaction anymore. I've been through this 100 times, right? You don't burst against. Oh my gosh. Oh, what is Tina supposed to do about that? Check that out. What is any character supposed to do about that? Oh my gosh. Fatal. Oh dang. Drop the combo. Gigi really likes to panic when she's in the corner. That's crazy. I guess most people do, but it's like still, I don't know. We saw this last match in the Siska Ditto. I think this deletes projectiles too, so there's an argument for it. I just don't like this move. I don't know. It just bugs me. You get a decent combo, it looks like. 2k damage, not even. But you get Oki, and that's the important part. No cross up, same side low. Unblockable raw. Another one. Excellent parry. She really needed that. She really needed that parry. Managing. Oh, yeah. Jackworld is not letting her eat profitably. Right? She basically spent this burst to get her hunger bar back. Right? Burst and a little life got the hunger bar back. Character is hard. Character is hard. Oh wow, that's interesting. Does that go under it? Nope. Nope. And now you hold this and you die. That's crazy. GG has 3 bars though. Definitely good guard cancel, wake up super. She has options. Yep. She tries to get into it. Back into the game. 2D having food on the ground as a way to recoup food. I feel like more moves should like have this. Is that crazy? Maybe not this much, but like maybe like a curry, a ramen now and then. You know, I don't know something. Great, not burst. Parry, parry the 5D, fatal 5D. Pressuring from a good distance, can't burst. Too bad. Too bad. Oh, oh, oh. What was that? What was that? Were they like scared? It's the production telling them something? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it when she does, those two, because she has to give up space. And Jackwell kind of just gives her space here, but like I don't know. Oh, super risky. Oh my gosh, risky part on both of them. So I guess it like washes out, but like holy moly, you did not need to eat right there, and Jackwell did not need to go in either. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, works out. Good resources. GG's up. Darkworld has to kind of roll the dice here. I feel like a fatal move is incoming. Maybe GG is aware. I don't know. Oh, that does elite projectiles. That was cool. Boom, boom. Oh, that caught. Wow, okay. Jackwell probably burst because that was 5C, but like I was the starter not that good, but oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. One knockdown is lights out. Every matchup, every character. Oh my gosh. Doesn't do anything. The no mix up. Oh my gosh. The no mix up. I feel like you never see that in this game. Okay. Yep, guard cancel. GG's up. She can probably comfortably pressure threatening burst from this distance. She just has to make sure. I feel like this might have been a throwing play. I don't know if this was correct because now her hunger is like dangerously low, right? And Jackwell can kind of just delete it anyway, right? So but this hit was really good. She should eat. Okay, fatal eat is pretty good. Oh no. Ugh, bummy. Oh my gosh. Wait, it's even worse that she got hit by Sigil. Jackwell was literally whiffing 2C. Oh my gosh. I caramba. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's nervous, and that's fair. Sis is a very dangerous character. I'd be nervous too, not gonna lie. Holy moly. Holy moly. What a way to end that. Okay. Whoa! Mashing 5A as Tina? More likely than you think. Good air unblockable. DPs to escape the meaty. GG's good. Oh no! Oh, she had to eat. Okay, that's fair. Dang, this character sucks. Literally every good hit is like, oh no, I have to eat first. My bad. My bad, OG. My bad. Oh, I just got the perfect square hit of the lifetime. My bad. My hunger low. That's crazy. Honestly, like if we buff that, like she just has hunger like all the time. That's probably worse. It's probably as it's tough. I'm not a game designer yet. Yeah. The same thing happened to me earlier where it's like I'm afraid of this and I have a plan for it, but I can't react to everything, she's thrown out. So maybe we should do it earlier. That was the hope, but I don't know. Oh, I don't like the double jump. Now you have to do. I guess it's fine because you get the. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I don't really know Tina that well. Okay, whoa. Okay, it's okay if Jackworld bursts. GG has so much advantage. No parry, even though she's been parrying that all set. Can't be perfect. No one's perfect, but still. Boom. Ooh. Boom. Ooh. Oh, is that 3 bars I see? That's a dead character. Easy. Easy. All right. All right. 50-50. Yeah. Oh, wow. I guess she kind of figured that the food was disappearing, so she didn't want to pick up the food. But I feel like even if you pick up like one food there, it's better than doing 214A. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't play Tina. Gigi's kind of the specialist, so she would know better than I would. But it's just the logic there is just very interesting. Burst. All right. Gigi's up. She should win this, right? She should win this, right? Like this is a killing combo. Oh no. Why would you? Can what? Huh? You could just duck that? No. Oh, but if you duck it, then you get sniped by this. All according to Keikaku or whatever. All right. Why are you mashing, dog? Why are you mashing? She can't threaten you. This is Tina. She doesn't have mix-up. Why are you mashing? Holy moly. What the heck was that? I guess you were scared, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not mashing there. I guess I play Yagami though, so I don't know. Maybe you're trying to parry you? Yeah, I don't know. All right. That's pretty good for Gigi right now. Even post burst is even better because she gets to do all this. Okay. Rare usage of 24B. The distance made it safe enough where it was viable. Ooh. Oh wow, that was kind of godlike. That Oki was kind of godlike. Jack World responded perfectly too. Oh my gosh. It's like both these players are like really good or something. That's crazy. Holy moly. Oh damn. Spends all the food just to go into that? That's wow. Good risk reward assessment on the spot. Jackworld was at such a low life total she can kind of do whatever as long as it's threatening. Very cool. Okay. Wow, I'm surprised that that like interacts with projectiles like that. That's crazy to me. I don't know. Yep. Oh wow. E overhead. Okay. Good burst. Tries to seal the deal. GG special. Over. Ooh. Wow, that deletes both. I feel like she needs to adapt to that at this point. I feel like that move's yeah. That move's given her trouble. Boom. Wild stuff. All right. Wow. That kind oh, I wonder what he was going for in that combo. That was nasty. Why? What the heck was that? Come on. What the heck was that? I don't know if that was me, I'd be mad. I would be mad. I hate Siska. 2-2. And that last round was pretty convincing. I hate Siska. I hate Siska. But they're having a good time. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's cool. You know, goodness gracious. All right, what we got? What we got? Whoa. Okay. I feel like she needs to run. Yeah. I feel like you gave Jack World a chance to burst and like start pressure here. Okay, now you have to burst. Not ideal. I guess playing Tina is just not ideal in the first place. That's 3 bars. It should be a kill. Yeah. General rule of thumb: if you have 3 bars and you get a hit, it should be pretty damaging. Okay. Uh, raw unlockables. Do it again. Air throw? That's the air throw I wanted. I wanted that air throw back when I fought her in Winners. That's crazy. That's a time traveler. Damn that. Well, crazy combo. Crazy combo. Super starter. 5K. 4.6. Sorry. Oh no. She was in the corner. She panicked. It's 2-2. Last. Oh no. Oh no. Don't get hit. That was kind of a fair. That. Oh no 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 no! You don't get to do that. You don't get to burst. You don't get to burst. Jack World already baited the burst one time. He's going to do it again, right? He's going to do it again. He don't care if he drops his combos. 3 bars. You know what that means. Unscaled super. Of course. Of course. Everyone's hugging Jack World. God damn. Jack World. Wow. Yeah. What a showing. What a showing. I thought GG had it. I don't know. GG had nice fundies that entire time. How is Jack World winning? How is Cisco winning? Is he that goated? Is he that nice? I feel like he's being outplayed and he's still just winning. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. That's crazy to think about. Mandate of heaven type shit. Oh damn, low key my hair's still kind of messed up from when I had the headset on. That's crazy. And we go to ads. Holy schmoly. Holy schmoly. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh. Oh no 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 no. All right, yeah. So literally, I was the whole time I was sitting down, I was like, yeah, I've never beat Jackworld before. We've played it literally a billion times. I'm probably single digits in the number of times I've actually taken a game off of Jackworld. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to get 6-0 free, right? I'm like, dang, Jackworld's so good. Literally everyone's been outplaying him and he's still winning anyway, right? So it's like, what do I do? What do I need to do, right? Luckily, I'm in winners, right? If I were in losers, there's no way I'd be Jackworld if I were in losers here. But I'm in winners. I only need to win one set. So I'm gonna try to scam. I thought maybe scamming was the way. Y'all be very good at scamming. 5D, very good at scamming. Foxfire, if people aren't cautiously taking an effort to not get Foxfired, then you know it gives me leeway to kind of abuse their offense. All right, here we go. I wonder what the round start is. Normally, the round start for Yagami is 5B as like the starter. That's the layer one. But Siska can just kind of just jump over that and like get started. Um, so it's really tough, right? Normally Yagami's round starts insane, but it's like everything I do, Siska can counter it pretty 1-to-1, right? If I do 2D, they do was that like I don't know if that's 6C or 5C, but it's the big boot. The big boot, boom. It low crushes my sweep, boom. So if I try to do 5B, they just jump over it. I do fireball, they just jump over it. You know? Everything else loses the Siska 5D. So I have to be like really like aware. Let the intro rock. All right, what we got? I was like, all right, this covers a lot of things. It covers jump, which they end up doing, but Siska's broken, and this jump doesn't matter. They can just jump, right? If I let this go immediately, I probably hit. Nope. And then they're in, and then I lose. Cause I'm I need to be not biased, non-biased. I'm Ash here because my guess is that they expected me to do a flash kick, but if they just sat there and blocked, then I could start my pressure. Instead, Jack World did insane play, doing the backdash guard cancel, spending 1 bar of guard bar to make me whiff. But I think I have enough time to get my hard knockdown. Normally that would be really good. Normally if we were deeper in the set, that would probably have smoked me. But we just opened up, so I'm kind of fresh, kind of green. I see a bar and I'm like, all right, you're gonna fatal DP because like that's the way. But figures, I didn't DP, Jack World doesn't DP, so all's well with the world, I guess. Oh, this was the first, oh, right. Rule number one against fighting Jack World: never burst, never burst. And I take note of this. I was like, okay, this is Jack World. I can't be bursting. I'm gonna just die for this because you know what that is? That's 3 bars. You feel me? 3 bars? That's so much damage. So much damage. Bah! I thought I died, but I'm Yagabi, bro. I'm live with 84 life. Yagabi has at 10.5k. 10.5k. Literally, if I didn't have 10.5k, I would have died just then. Shout out. Shout out. I'm not winning this by the way. That's burst. That's 8k of life. I only have 1 bar and I'm in meter penalty. I just lose. That's unblockable. All right, so I lost the first round start exchange. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just do fireball. And I was like, oh, you jumped? Look at how precise this is. Check that out. I was like, yeah. You're still in my range. Nah, nah. All right, so that's what 0-2 for the round starts. I can't burst this because it's Jack World. But I saw that the DP. There was no point where I was like, okay, I have to use my burst at some point, right? So that it's not literally I can't burst, but it's like most of that combo was burst safe, so I actually couldn't do anything. But I saw the DP. But anyway, try to get started. They have 3 bar. I have a stock though. Yeah, I don't. What the heck was that? Boom. I lose anyway, right? People don't. What people don't realize is that even when Yagabi is quote unquote correct with the Bateau parries, it's not technically his turn. You could still mash. You could still, you know, do whatever you want. It's just that Yagabi's +1, right? But that range that Cisco was at, it doesn't matter if I'm +1 or not, you know? Oh, that was crazy. Free. You see that? You see that free? That was DP into Bateau. I don't get anything from it. Like, even if I had meter, I might have gotten Fatal 460, but I shouldn't be able to do that. That was bait. Fatal 5D that baited Bateau parry and BC parry, both of which he dashed so he could have reacted to either one, and plot accordingly. Jack World, this Jack World guy kind of good at the game. Who would have known? Who would have known? Boom. 0 for 3 round starts. Every time it's something different. That was 5B too. That's Big Stompy lost to 5B. No, other way around. My bad. Big Stompy beat 5B. My bad. I haven't won a single round start interaction. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get 6-0'd. All right. I was like, yeah, I can't do anything. I'm not gonna flash kick because you're at the distance, so I mash a little bit. I was like, all right. That was me trying to do 2-8A. Ends up working out. I was like, yeah, you can burst me. I don't care. And he was like, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to give it to you. Very awkward. I feel like I shouldn't have dropped that combo. A lot of interactions just going so crazy. Okay. All right, 5D. Oh no, even better. I try to go for Oki here. I thought this was gonna kill, but my super that's fully animated isn't fully scaled or unscaled rather. So I don't get the cool Siska damage. I guess I have 5D though. That's not a complaint. I have 5D. I have other things, but anyway. So on Oki, if I did fully charged Fireball here, that was gonna be a clean DP, and then or maybe even a super, and I would have died. So I try to bait a DP by doing the most fast or the quickest fireball I possibly can get out, and I'm like, and that was gonna bait the DP, and I was gonna react with like parry or something, right? But Jack World doesn't do any of that. He was like, all right, I'm gonna go over here, and I was like, okay, well maybe I can shoot that. But instead, we get autocorrect Bateau parry, and I'm like, oh my goodness, GG's, I'm better. GG's, I'm better. I was looking this way, now I'm looking the opposite way for free. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. All right, round start. Oh, I win on round start. One and three. Let's go. Yeah, that combo would have led to big damage, corner carry, meter gain. Yeah, you have to burst that. You have to burst that. I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, again, I'm very happy. I don't have to do anything now. It's like, I probably try to like projectile parry this just to be, was it conclusive or thorough or whatever. But I really don't have to do anything. I just took your burst for free. I can just sit here. I tried, yeah, yeah, and I get run down anyway, but it's okay. And I get burst baited because it's Jack World, and I'm like, okay. And you get 3 bars, so if I get hit again, I literally die. But it's like, okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. Oh, you didn't do the big combo. That's crazy. Maybe you. Oh, this is the moment. This is the moment. Why did he do this? Why did he do this? Why did he do this? And I remember in the moment, I was like, all right, you have 3 bars, but you didn't spend it on killing me. You're going to spend it defensively. And I was like, all right, first failed DP I was ready for, and I was like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. And then it was like, oh, this is my life now. Word. I was like, okay. And by the time this happened, right, I'm like, okay, you're out of bar. You're in meter penalty. You just gave me bar. Surely you aren't going to do it again. Because even if you do it again and it hits me, I stole all of your meter. I'm still up, right? Surely you would take just a small amount of guard bar damage, wait for your turn, and be fine. But of course, Jack World sends it anyway. Sends it anyway. And to be fair, I could have blocked that and like punished with super and probably have killed, but it's like I don't know. Combo breaker moment number one, Eslav. Shout out. Shout out. This should kill. If I don't kill, I probably should have spent the bar. But I think I kill. Oh god. Yeah, no, I should have definitely spent the bar. Oh, thank you, Free. Fatal is such a sick mechanic. Actions without consequences is so sick. So sick. Every character can do something like that. It's like, yeah, I'm now invincible. I do a thing and I can block you. It's like zero downside. Actions without consequences. Eslav's so good. Eslav's so good. It's 1-1. I'm feeling, I was like, all right, yeah, I just beat Jack World. Even if I go, I was expecting a 6-0. If it's 6-1, I'm like, I'm nice. I'm like, yeah, I'm still nice. I still, there's no world I beat Jack World here. I was like, okay. Anyway, I was like, oh, wait a minute. And it's like, what the heck, right? I was right. I was right. Let me kill you. I was right. Please let me kill you. It's like, nope. I'm gonna just go back to neutral. I'm -6, -16, by the way. I'm gonna just go back to neutral, and you can't do your, 5 frame normal. GG's. I'm better. This is the big damage corner carry. from the previous game. Just do my lovely pressure. Can't burst there. I should have done 5C loops, but these are tournament combos. Tournament combos. So instead of doing 5C loops, I just do these goofy 2C loops instead. And I'm like, I'm just going to reset you. You haven't touched me once. I can afford to do a goofy reset. Boom, boom. You're behind me. You're behind me. You try to get out, it's like no. It's like no. Goofy reset. Goofy reset. I love that. And I think Fennel called that. I think Fennel knew what I was doing. Shout out Fennel. Um yeah. Check out the round start. Smoked. Clean. Holy moly. I'm losing most of these round starts. And I'm in the corner. My defense was kind of nice for this, right? That's the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about right there. You turn yourself around, you hit same side low, and then you kill your opponent. But here, I was like, I was a little nice, right? Siska's so good because if you get hit low in this game, you take more damage via the combo timer. So where a normal character only has one side to hit from, right? Like Yagami, I can only hit you from the front. You only have one weak spot. So most players will guard that one weak spot. But Yagami has 5D, which kind of makes another weak spot and going high. But Siska also makes another weak spot by going left right. So I have two weaknesses, front and back. You know, if I were playing like I don't know Tai, I have to manually do this, but Siska gets it for free. Crazy. Also, why does 2C hit low for Siska? That's crazy to me. Big combo, I burst it because we were that high in the air. You know, Jack World already used double jump, relatively confident. A burst bait was impossible there. And I was like, all right, yeah, I'm at 65. I haven't hit you yet. Might as well use a burst, you know. And you're out of meter now. That's -6. I should have punished that, but I was just like, what is he doing? I'm like, I up back expecting a mix up, right? I up back thinking like, what was that, right? And then I was like, all right, two eight. You can't burst that. You can't burst it. You need to do BC. Maybe that was like a fat finger. Maybe Jack World wanted BC, but he did ABC and he got burst. But yeah. Here the idea is I should do a combo that crosses sides, like, you know, changes sides, and then I do 5C loops. So that would be like literally 5B, 5C. No, 5B, 4-6B, you know, side switch, 5B, 4-6A, and then 5C loops. But I'm nervous, you know. I'm nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm up around. I'm up around. I'm about to kill Jack World. Heck yeah. And I did one too many 5Bs. And I try to reset it with this, but the timing was just bad, and he just gets out. Whew. Whew. Yeah. This should be like this. You have literally all day and tomorrow to punish this. That should be that. Like, yeah. Yeah. 3 bars, 1 billion damage, and the next round. Whoa, that didn't even kill. Yagami's kind of nice. He should have optimized the combo. He didn't optimize the combo. So I do the fate. Oh my god! And even if you block this, it's the ramen. Oh, excuse me, the ramen noodle 50/50 flavor. You know, what do you do? What do you do? You get hit. We already saw this movie. I'm gonna parry this. I was like, whoa! I'm like, I'm about to win this. I only need 2 5Ds. Boom. Oh, and I was like, oh, you mashed? Oh, I was gonna do 5D, but now that you mashed, I kill you. Oh, dang! But he got out. Don't jump. I kill you anyway. Uh, 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 uh. Tournament combo. I don't do full 5C route. Full 5C loops in tournament. Keep it easy. Keep it simple. The worst thing I want to feel right now is bad because I dropped the optimal. Right? I just do something clean, route into super, keep it nice. No fancy stuff. Boom. Fireball jumps right over it. Had time to go back and then forward. Crazy. I don't know if I might burst this. Like here, I could burst. But I was like, okay, I'm only taking like 1.4, so that's probably only like 2.3 max. And then I have to hold Oki. Maybe I don't burst this. Oof. And I'm like, oh. Cross up low. I actually take 3K almost. But notice I'm like, no, I can't burst. I can't burst. This is Jack World. I'm not bursting here. And I'm paid off for it a little bit. Jack World burst because I'm not him. Oh, oh. They should have been BC parry, but I feel like that's not true. I feel like BC parry only reaches like 60% of the screen, so I would have been inactionable this whole time, and Jack World would have flown over, punished me. But since I did 4-6A, such a clean parry, I'm actionable immediately, and I can try to like combat this. So I think I do 4-6C here. Oh no, I just dash through. Yeah, now we're back in neutral, and I parry that, and we're in. We're in. 2 bar pressure. You get guard broken anyway. Yeah, hold on. That was pretty bad. I was like, okay, if I route into the fireball, I can't kill. Which is I don't think that's true necessarily, but in the moment, I was like, okay, there's a fireball behind me. I could throw him into the fireball, but that's not gonna kill. I should try to burn out the fireball time by doing a harder combo, right? I didn't keep it simple. I should have just threw him in the fireball and taken Oki. But I was like, all right, maybe I'll try a little bit of hard stuff. It's 2-1. Feel me? Boom. I was like, all right, now I got this situation. I should burst this. Yup. Boom, boom. He should kill me on the spot for doing 460 raw neutral like that. Boom. Yeah. Round start 460, trash. Garbage. Garbage. You're not supposed to do. That's not what that tool is for. But I was like, all right, I've won nearly no round starts here. I'm gonna try something crazy, right? Because if I did something reasonable, odds are I was gonna lose that round start anyway. So I might as well go for the highest reward possible just to see. Burst this pretty good, retain a lot of my health, but get hit immediately again. This is another bar for Jack World. One step closer to closing out the game. There it is. There it is. So far, when this situation happens, he's been going for the reset, but this time he has 4 bars. So I feel like he could do like crazy damage. Oh, that reset was gnarly though. He had the right idea. Now I'm like absolutely dead. But why doesn't he kill me? Why doesn't he kill me? I don't get it. So now I'm like, all right, you have 3 bars. You chose not to kill me. You're gonna probably play defense of some kind. Doesn't matter. Hits me anyway. I'm like, brother, you could have killed me a fucking long time ago. What the heck? What the heck? 10 billion bar later. I'm like, all right, it's 2-2. If if we reset, there's no coming back for me. I have to kill Jack World right now. So I let it rip. Just no, I don't hold it. I just do it, thinking that if he jumps, it'll catch, and it would have caught, but he didn't jump. So I lost another round start. All right, good corner carry into mix up. Crazy. 3 bars, you take 1 reset, and then you kill me. But I have burst. Shout out. Oh my god, this was just the worst moment of the whole tournament right here. Fatal DP. So then I panic and I try to flash kick, thinking that he did a different move because there's no reason for a fatal DP to come out there. So I was just kind of like brain farted. And the worst part about it is, he got away with it. But at least he doesn't have 3 bars anymore. This way I don't actually just die. Is what I thought. Is what I would say. Do I actually? Okay. All right. Woo! That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. Fatal flash kick. No other option. I see you have 2 meter. I might parry this. Yep. So we're going back to the basics. Thought, okay, if you do it again, you can't get anything off of it. We'll go back to neutral. We'll have a jolly good old time. But here the risk was real. I'm gonna do fatal fireball. You're gonna burst, and then we're gonna go to the next round. Oh no, I dropped because I'm doo doo dog water. Oh no. All right, neutral. How am I looking? How am I looking neutral wise? That 5D was scary. Oh, I dropped the combo again. I was plus 62. I could have done literally anything. That combo should have killed. Combo should have killed. Boom. Flash kick. That's panic. That's pure panic. I dropped the game-winning combo. I am not good. Sweating everything off. You know, I'm not good. So, anyway, boom. Next game. Not next game. Next round. Next round. My bad. Boom. Finally, a round start worth having. Oh my gosh. Boom. Okay, we burst. We try to keep the corner. I parry. Wake up throw. Good adaptation. Good adaptation. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Okay. So here, right? I guess correctly, right? I saw Fatal 5D trying to bait me into 4-6A, right? I see that. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it. Not gonna buy it, so I don't. Dash cancels it anyway. You spend a bar just to get a little close to me. I'm like, all right, perfect, cool. We live in. So then you do a block string, and I'm like, okay, now I have a Foxfire stock. Let me try to, you know, guard cancel, get this burst out of the way, and then we can continue playing, having, a distinguished game. Check out what happens. 2C hits low. 2C hits low. Why? That move does not look like it hits low. Holy moly. So I get hit here, and I'm kind of in the dumpster. I'm like, okay. In the moment, I was shaking my head. I was like, golly, this is mix up. No bar, though. Oh, no bar. So I was, and that's the best. That's the best thing you can see. You get so much meter for doing this. You don't even need a fatal super here. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. But I couldn't let that, deter me. I couldn't let that deter me. Round start fireball. I don't know why that worked. Siska has so many ways to combat that. I don't know why I picked it. I think I was just doing crazy stuff. But yeah, good combo. Decent Oki. I could have done 5D and like gotten full, meter coverage and a stock and, you know, been in a better position. But, this isn't bad either. Doesn't, you know, doesn't do anything about this. No backdash, no nothing. Gets guard broken anyway. But you have bursts, you know. So I'm like, I try to respect the burst as much as possible, and then that's all right. I'm like, okay, we're back at a situation. I'm up. I have burst. I have meter. You're almost dead. I don't have to do anything. Let me try to, shoot you long range, but then you're like in my face. You're in my face. Maybe that's something I could work on is like just like holding position, right? I get a little antsy, especially grand finals like combo breaker, So I guess I can't blame myself too much for getting antsy. But the idea was I was just gonna sit there and wait for you to come to me, but I guess you did anyway. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was thinking. I think that maybe was it 2C, 2D, the sword dive. I thought that you were gonna do sword dive, so I tried to flash kick out of it. Fighting ghosts. Fighting Ghost. Oh, that looked like a safe jump, not gonna lie. Oh, combos? Combos? One more? No, I could have got one more. One more into 5D. That'd been so nice. I'm still up. Still at burst. You know, and this is Jack World. This burst. I'm probably not even gonna use this burst. You know, why would I burst against Jack World? I'm trying to win. Trying to win. All right. Flash kick. Yup. GG's. I'm better. Oh my gosh. You were 30 miles in the air. And I still hit you with flash kick. GG's. I'm better. That flash kick got nerfed. God knows how many times. Wow. I'm so gifted. Right? Like what the heck? Uh. Oh, what the heck? Oh, he got the thing that time, and I was like, okay, I have bursts, I have health, whatever. And he's like, where's your burst at? You're supposed to burst that. Oh my god, I'm Jack World. Where's my burst? Give me your burst. Give me your burst. And I was like, no. I was like, no, please. And then I was like, oh yes, yes. I did not hug Jack World. No, you know, notably, no hugs for Jack World. Rip. But goodness gracious, and my hair's messed up. And my hair's messed up. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? Maybe if I hugged Jack World, my hair wouldn't be messed up. You ever think about that? They don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. That's really why people hug Jack World so their hair doesn't get messed up. And they also love that guy. I love this guy too, but it's like I don't know. I was so tired. I was so tired, so sweaty. The whole back row, all standing up. Lovely weekend. Shout out Jack World, shout out GG, shout out Jove. Shout out everyone watching the stream. I'm like, ah, dang. Yeah, and my fit was nice. And my fit was nice. Bag coming up. Almost threw me back on the ground. I was scared for my life. Rachel, everyone. Whew, GG's. Shout out. Shout out. Disco going over to congratulate me. Whew. Jeez, this has been an hour and a half of me yapping. Holy moly. Holy moly. Shout out Fennel. Shout out Teddy. Again, I hurt my wrist. Maybe I'm at, the commentator's booth next time. Yeah. Shout out Eslav. I like wow, my bracket run, excuse me. Um Crazy, crazy. All killers. Literally all killers. Literally my entire bracket, if I fought them and they didn't DQ, they were a named player with accolades. It was crazy. It was crazy the whole way through. Um, but yeah, I love Islav. GG's everybody. I will see y'all at the next bracket. Peace.